This video is for buyers of the house at 235 Westbury Lane. On this particular, this is the back garage in the middle. At the bottom of the garage, these previous wooden posts were rotted at the bottom. This was noted in the inspection report for the house that was done as a pre-inspection. So my intent was to replace the entire board. However, the tricky part is this board is actually attached. I'm not sure if you can see it. This assembly you're looking at here is part of the garage door opener and the garage door railing, and that all's nailed, and some of it is even connected to this board here that I wanted to replace. So effectively, to replace the entire board all the way, I would have had to essentially take off the garage door, and I just had the garage door rebuilt and a new spring put in a month or two ago because the spring broke, but we had it replaced with a brand new spring. So I didn't think that was the right thing to do, take on the challenge of bringing down that garage door just so I could replace that one board. So I didn't do that. Instead, what I did, and I realize now that's what I did a couple of years ago when we had the house repainted in 2008, was I kind of had to cut it off halfway here. So essentially I cut off, all the wood up here is good and no rotted all up here. I'm going to obviously be repainting all of this, and I've reattached the flashing here that goes against the garage. That was actually missing previously, and I've reattached that, and I have caulked all the nail holes. I've put a new caulk seal on there. I've caulked the joint between the two boards. I've cut it off at the bottom at the angle, which is just nice because things like extension cords get caught on it when you're moving around the house, and sometimes people hit their feet on that. Kind of a poor design in my opinion, so tapering them that way avoids that and probably helps avoid future rot as well. And by the way, I did seal the bottoms of these really well, so to try to help avoid rot in the future. And getting ready to paint this, so did a replacement on the board on this side, which is the double wide, and then on the other side essentially the same thing. Had the same challenge, couldn't replace the whole board, but this is an explanation of why. And just for information, on the other side of this two-car garage, essentially had to do the same thing a couple of years back in 2008 when we had the house painted. A little damage here, I'm going to caulk that and then repaint this side as well. And just for information of the owner, I purposely cut this one at a slightly different kind of a taper. The reason being is that we edge along the cement here, and whenever you've got the edger, and it used to hit the piece of wood, it would come down, and that was another source of damage to the wood in addition to potential wood rot, because we've got sprinkler systems here as well. So, you know, in 2008 I actually tapered that down, cut it flush with the wall so that so there's no more wood rot, which you can see we've had no more wood rot since. And then you can see that I tapered it flush so that you can edge easily. So that's an explanation for why this board is tapered the way it is on this side.